All right, question for you. Dude who's high as Snoop Dogg comes back into your kitchen in your restaurant with an AR-15 pistol. What do you do? Hi everyone, welcome to today's lesson here at Active Self-Protection. I'm your host, John Correa. You know what? This kitchen staff had to answer that question out of Albuquerque, New Mexico.
To win the fight after the fight, you need help. After a use of force, I trust Firearms Legal Protection to help me win the fight for the rest of my life. From their 24/7 attorney-answered hotline to coverage for the use of all legal tools, Firearms Legal Protection has you covered. Get a discount by signing up at the link below.
Dude is at this full-service cinema with his girlfriend and her son. He is high on alcohol and on cocaine, so he decides to bring an AR pattern pistol into the place, which sends people running. He walks it back into the kitchens and is gonna walk around a little bit, and the staff's gonna see him with this AR pistol and gonna be like, dude, what are you doing? Put that down. And he's not making any sense. His thinking is clearly contaminated in this particular case. So the manager is gonna come back and be like, yo, dude, what are you doing? And he's babbling incoherently, so she's gonna say, hey man, you need to give me this gun. And eventually she is just gonna take it away from him because he won't listen to her. And so the staff did take the gun away from him and hold him until police arrived. He is being charged. Really the only charges here that he was charged with were disorderly conduct, as well as carrying a firearm into an establishment that serves alcohol for consumption on the premises, which in New Mexico is a class 4 felony. He is being held on those charges, and the manager is being hailed as a hero. Man, I think that is a brave kitchen crew, and I think they handled this guy really, really well. What about you? Leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. All right, here's the place with the obligatory don't get high on cocaine and alcohol and go, waving an AR pattern pistol around in public. That's stupid. It will catch you felonies, rightly so. Secondly, I think from the employee side, man, calm is a superpower. And so if you think through some of these things, we can get some idea of how could we stay calm and make good decisions, which can act as a superpower. I also note here that this guy, I don't think that he's menacing or threatening people with it. You can see him kind of holding the gun out here and like showing it to him, but not menacing him. And he's babbling incoherently. So as an employee, you start looking at that and you start going, oh, cool, man, can I see that real quick? Let me see it. And then you could take it from there and do those things. So recognizing what is the level of threat here, because I guess if you could say, hey, wait a minute, this guy doesn't belong here. He brought a gun in here. I had a gun on me. I was afraid he was gonna shoot me with it. I drew it and shot him. Okay, but this looks like he's not really threatening. And so did you actually really have to? Is that something that you must do or just something you decided to do? And I want you to see here, this is an AR pattern pistol. So it was loaded, had a standard capacity magazine in it. We see these all the time. Quite frankly, most people couldn't hit the broadside of a barn with them. However, that is shooting a 5.56 or a 2.23 round, so you better take that seriously. I don't care if it's shooting 22 long rifle. You take it seriously, right? And I also think here there's a lesson that there's a big difference between carrying it around and having it on a sling. If he had slung this gun, he'd probably still be in trouble, but it's not nearly as threatening if for some reason, whatever, he was trying to do some open carry activism or whatever it was he was trying to do. But having the gun in hand, that's like pulling a gun out of a holster instead, which is why for us good people, I want us to have slings on long guns that are gonna be taken outside the home. Now, I love that mom and dad decided, nope, mom and dad, I love that the mom and dad of the place there, right? The managers decide, I'm gonna stay cool here, sir, can you talk with me about this? And then she's gonna go ahead and decide to take it away. Okay, fine, have you ever tried to take a long gun away from somebody? It's not as easy as you think. Does require a little bit of knowledge and effort. Thankfully, she had a bunch of staff around there to do that with her, and she did it and did a good job. Then they held this guy, hey man, hang out here, we gotta call the cops and whatever, and get this guy there. So you better have some empty-handed skills and be able to work as a team to cover your ass.